In 3, 2, 1. Hey, Chanel, coming right at you.
Hey,
Check this out. What would you do if you were real close friends with your ex's spouse, and all of a sudden she went and got funny on you because of your child? No
go
answer?
ahead, Kim.
Let's go then. Hey everybody, welcome back to the back and forth. I am Kevin and this is...
Chanel, what's up,
All right,
everybody?
she said her name is Chanel, everybody. Let's get off of that. Now we got the formalities out of the way. Let's jump right into this topic. Won't we, shall we, Chanel? Won't we? Won't we do it?
May we?
All right, check this out. So, we all know that, we do this show for co-parents, and we try to relate things that other co-parents are going through to you as the viewer out there. And we ran across something out here, and we want to make sure we address this accordingly. It was a post, and I'll throw it up in the middle of the screen right here. It says this. It was an advice post, and it said, I've been in my stepson's life for 5 years. The first two, his BioMom want to be my best friend. Since he's developed a stronger relationship with me, she genuinely hates me. I don't know what to do anymore. Chanel,
Yes.
this is an advice post. Do you have any advice for her or any other co-parent that might be going through something that's similar?
Boundaries. It's interesting that we are talking about this because we talk a lot about communication. We talk a lot about for the sake of the children, the things that we do, the sacrifices that we make for the sake of the children. And I believe that this stepmother perhaps felt that she can get out of her comfort zone and maybe fraternize with the biological mom, which previously had some relations with her now husband. And so, from the biological mom standpoint, which is the point I'm going to speak from today, is to have a supportive stepmom can be good in a lot of cases if you can get past whatever caused her to be the stepmom. Okay. If it was infidelity, it may not be as you may not be as forth coming in developing that type of relationship with her. But at the end of the day, when you are co-parenting, you do try to do some things that's going to make the parenting process easier for your children. Now, should they be best friends? I don't know if there's a right way to do that or not. But what I will say is that make sure that you always have healthy boundaries, period. Especially in this type of situation, because dynamics change and kids are kids. And with kids being kids, that emotional roller coaster can be unhealthy for you. And so if you can have some type of boundary that allows you to be consistent, have a consistent type of relationship with that stepmom, I think is the best route to go. Okay.
So
So
you say
that's,
boundaries.
go ahead.
Boundaries. Boundaries, what you say. And be
Boundaries.
consistent.
Yes.
And you can... Okay.
To have a consistent type of relationship. Yeah.
That's it's very, very cordial and very considerate of you to say those type of things. Um, I'm going to read something here. I'm going to pull it back out of here. I'm going to dissect this a little bit.
Okay, let's do it.
And it says here, I'm going to go back because, you spoke so you lifted up the situation. You lifted it up.
Yes.
But I'm going to bring it back down. I'm going to bring it back down. I'm going to bring it back down. How about this right here? It says, I've been in my stepson's life for 5 years. The first two, his bio mom wanted to be her best friend. She wanted to be her best friend because everything probably was good and we were nice to each other. Maybe the relationship that was had between her and her husband now, between the mom, the bio mom and her husband now, maybe it ended amicably. That's correct. That's correct word. Amicably. Maybe it ended that way, so there was no hard feelings. And so The mother probably said, well, I can be friends with her. You know, she's a nice lady and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So it's cool. Everything's good. But
Mm-hmm.
then feelings got in the way. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say anything disparaging, but we know
Mm-hmm.
what feelings start with.
Mm-hmm.
You know where they come from. And for some reason, the young man has grown attached to the stepmother now. And so the
Mm-hmm.
mom is in her what? Feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so now she don't want to be friends anymore. She genuinely hates her.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't gain a sense of hate for somebody unless they do something to you or to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be first person to know it. You can have a genuine quote unquote hate for somebody that you don't even know. You know, you might read about somebody, but you know that person as a true individual. But I'm quite sure these two ladies here have probably had a lot of conversations in those first 2 years. They were good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's to the point where, okay, my child likes you more. Or likes you a lot. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so now the relationship changes.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it truly that started this? Is it jealousy? Is she a bad stepmom?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it the fact that the BioMom can't handle the situation? And right now, the situation is this right here. The child is more likely being raised in a great environment because they didn't say anything about
Mm-hmm.
her how she raises the child. But
Mm-hmm.
now you're in your feelings. Either I'm going to go pull a Chanel here. I'm going to pull a Chanel from the past. Pull it over my shoulder here. Okay, over my shoulder here. Because you said a word at the
What?
beginning. You
Chanel
said
from the
another F
past.
word. You said another F word. You said fraternizing. And I thought you were
Oh.
about to go with saying that maybe she was fraternizing with the ex. And I'm hoping that's not where it was going, because why would your feelings change? You know, if
Because
I
her
was
tacos are better, and your son felt comfortable
her
enough to
what?
tell you that her tacos were better than yours.
You know, this just took a turn from I don't know where that went, because
Because
I didn't know if tacos was an innuendo. I
no,
didn't
it's
know what was
regular
going on.
beef and bean
Chanel, you have to
burrito
warn me
taco,
before you
taco
do
nacho.
that. You have to warn me before you do that, because I was totally thrown. I didn't know
Stop
what
it!
was
Stop
going
it!
on.
Stop it!
I'm
Stop
sitting here trying to talk about
it!
feelings and stuff like that, and you bring in tacos. I don't know
Okay,
what the tacos.
nachos. Nachos. The
I want y'all
nachos.
to bear
This
witness. I had nothing to do with
is
this. I'm talking about fraternizing. I'm talking about feelings. I'm talking about what got
I'm talking
involved.
about nachos.
Yeah. What
Her
got involved
nachos are
that
better
caused this lady to cause her to
than
get into her
nachos.
feelings now and not like this the stepmom anymore. And
It's the nachos.
we have to get to the crux of what it is. Because if you as co-parents are going through something similar to this, if you have a dislike for another person, sometimes you have to take a step back and figure out, is it me? Am I the problem?
That's it.
Because remember, Chanel, maybe you've heard it before. You could have the most disdain for a person because of something they did. They may have cut you off in traffic. They may have said something to you in a meeting. They may have said something to you in passing. And you are losing sleep. You hurt. And the other person is acting like, and you might be saying, so they don't even act like they even care. The other person might not even know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're losing
Mm-hmm.
sleep over something that the other person doesn't even know about. But I'm quite sure if you brought it to their attention, then we probably could rectify it. So if the bio mom hates her, then maybe, you know, if she's not doing anything wrong, maybe she could muster up the strength to have a conversation with her, say, okay, I sense that something is wrong. Is there something that I did that I can rectify, or there's something that we can talk about? Because you don't want this kind of feeling out there that goes on for this long, because you are still raising children together.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we
I
have to
totally
fix
agree.
this. We have to fix. And so, Chanel, I wasn't trying to be a contrarian, and I wasn't trying to bring it down to a negative point like that. But I know you did with the tacos and the taco meat. I don't know what that is, but I'm trying to help out these co-parents out here who may be going through something like this. And here you come with these double entendres and innuendos and
No, not at
onomatopoeias and
all.
stuff
Not
like
at
that.
all. Not at all.
What do you think about that?
I hear what you're saying, and that's great advice, Kev. Is somebody really kind of needs to know, okay, or actually start up the conversation, like what happened, what
Mm-hmm.
changed, what's going on. And so what can happen is, okay, the stepmom is the one that's writing in for the advice, so the
Yes.
stepmom could say, okay, so things are different. And this is just in any type of relationship period, so we're actually kind of giving y'all friendship relationship advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice something has changed in your relationship with someone, why are we waiting for them to come to us? Everybody is not, they're not built to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are built to address issues, or to address things that are wrong in your relationship, then you, instead of waiting for them, just step up and say, okay, listen, we used to go out for tacos on Tuesday, and you stopped calling me for tacos on Tuesday. What
Mm-hmm.
happened? And then the biological mom can say, well, I make my own tacos, and because I heard, that you was making tacos for my son, and he really liked yours, and so I started making my own tacos. Then the stepmom can be like, well, okay, well, do I can give you my secret ingredient to my tacos so you can make them for him. Problem solved. That's
Well,
it.
well,
Because
that
I
may,
will tell you,
yeah.
as a biological mom, I can't lie to you and say that when my son came home and said, oh, mom, her egg rolls were so good. You see what I'm saying? I've been making egg rolls all the time, but now, so I can't lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm That little priest is like, well, what makes her egg roll so good? So me being me is gonna say, oh, girl, I heard your egg rolls was bomb. Like, what you do? That's me, because I'm going to stop this whole feelings thing so that we can continue to have this co-parenting relationship. Go ahead, Kev.
You know, we only reading this advice post for what it is. We see it in black and white, or black and beige, gray and beige, gray, black and beige. But there is another factor here that we haven't discussed, and I'm trying to wrap it up real quick. We haven't discussed, and that's the father.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's something going on that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the stepmom hasn't spoken to the bio mom, because maybe the father said, leave it alone. Leave it alone. She in her feelings. Leave it alone. Don't even bother with it. She'll get over it. And so maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's why she hadn't said anything, but she's reaching out for advice because evidently it's bothering her. And you see that she has some empathy. She has a heart, because she's worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still have to do what we can to raise our children in a loving and positive and nurturing environment. And if there's
Mm-hmm.
hostilities from one parent to the other, if there's any negative talk about one parent about the other in front of the child, that's going to cause a strain on the relationship that's already strained right now. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just say that hopefully somebody can be the adult in this situation, because what you don't want this thing to linger on for years, and then
Mm-hmm.
you could have nipped something in the bud that could have been fixed
Yeah.
years ago, and it could have been a
Yeah.
simple misunderstanding, and
Like
that
tacos.
could have fixed it. So because you don't want to take this stuff to the grave with you, and you don't
Absolutely.
and you don't want your child growing up to have their children now, and now you got a strained relationship, because there's a couple more places we're going to meet as parents, as
Mm-hmm.
co-parents. We got weddings, we got graduations, we got birthday parties for grandchildren when they have those, and
Mm-hmm.
Lord willing, we don't want to ever have to meet at a funeral, because we hope our kids
Mm-hmm.
bury us, we don't bury them. So we have to be able to get along in one way, shape, or form. So
Mm-hmm.
Chanel, what else do you have that you could add to this besides the taco meat and the
No,
egg
we're
rolls
not adding more
and stuff
taco
like
meat.
that?
I really just brought that up because, like you said, it can be something just as small as that. And
Mm-hmm.
like I was trying to be transparent with you guys um because that those things do spark up, and we can't just let it go because, like you said, Kev, we got years ahead of us. So
Yes.
instead of being mad about the tacos, I'm gonna go find out her secret ingredient, you know, and I'm gonna share mine with her, just so that we good. You know, because he eating at my house and he eating at your house. So why not both have good food and let it go? That's all I have, Kev.
I got it. Chanel, it's been another great week. Great topics. This is one of those innuendo filled, double
No, it's
entendre
not.
filled
Okay,
subjects
nachos,
and topics.
nachos, whatever y'all want to call it.
And I just want to make sure I tell you all out there that if you like what we're doing, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you know what we're putting out there. You know, I know that sometimes it may seem like we're going off the rail, but there's a message in all of this. If you go back and listen to it again and listen to it slowly, read the captions, and you'll see what we're trying to talk about. Because if you're going through something like this, you're looking for a fix. And you're trying to find out where you can get it from. And I think Chanel has done a great job of wrapping this thing up. And I've done a great job of trying to give you information and give you some insight on how to resolve some of these issues. So with that, I'm going to tell you all to stay safe and be blessed. And Chanel?
And keep God first. Keep God first. At the end of the day, if somebody in their feelings, just go talk to God about it. Maybe he'll give you some answers on how to get through it.
Okay, well, if that's all we
and make
have
sure
for
you
today.
subscribe to our show. Make sure you subscribe to our show because, you know.
She just added something else to it. And that's what we go at. That's what we go off the rails here, people. All I'm going to tell you all right, this right here. If you don't like my taco meat, then go somewhere else and get yours. And we out. Boom.